back to Say What. We are coming to you from Holiday Inn right here at Two Rivers. If you want to, relax, utoe stress kidogo, ama kama maneno ya family imekuwa too much, utaka kuwatoroka during this time, I don't know. You can book a stay here or just come for a nice lunch with your family here at Holiday Inn Nairobi. All right, so we're going to continue with our conversation tonight. Of course, we're putting in focus in-laws again. I know we've talked about in-laws so many times on our show, but the topics keep evolving. Right now with the holidays, I'm sure you're seated, with your, mother-in-law, sister-in-law. Tumembo tusiogope mother-in-law sana. Na pia mother-in-laws, please msikuwe wakali sana, tafadhali. Let me come to you, Beryl, as we continue with our conversation, right? Like the timeline, kuna ile kuingiana sana na in-laws, that whole thing about you have to give yourself space, you have to give your father-in-law like a daughter-in-law, your father-in-law is like a, like a demigod, in that kind of respect. What kind of interaction should be there, and what is not encouraged or encouraged?
I think there should be firm, gentle boundaries.
Yeah.
You don't have to communicate them verbally, but they're gentle. You know them. You set unspoken rules around you, whereby you're respectful, you're firm, but you don't overextend yourself with words or with your time. Even if you are
so you don't talk too much, or what?
You don't talk too much, like oversharing.
Yes.
Oversharing is whereby now you've not been asked some things, but you've already. If you have issues with your guy, you brought them on table. That is the time you're talking of the last time you argued and even he poured water on you. Those are oversharing. So there must be, you are sharing in a safe, emotional space, what is needed. If you are asked, also you answer those questions.
Yes.
But something that has to be there, you have to be authentic. You are at peace with them. You are at peace with yourself. What you are doing must be aligning with your belief system, with what you agree with, but also must blend into their family dynamics.
Yes.
Because if you are just a standalone, it will be hard for you to cope. Because now you are getting into a new family. You have to know what they like, their jokes. And again, one thing that you have to avoid, you don't have to take everything personal.
Yes.
Being reactive. You have to be, you respond to issues. You'll find an in-law, sister-in-law who maybe jokes, okay?
Yes.
Or into a passive aggression. You don't just snap and say, I don't take this, no.
Yes.
You have to be, you study them, you set your boundaries, and you say very little. It's called neutrality. Whereby you are not offended, but also you are not happy. But they are wondering, who is this lady? That's where mystery is power.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I believe that when we are getting into the family, you limit your time with them.
Okay.
Like me, I have families. Usiingie sana now, whereby you begin to share clothes, you are borrowing their blouses. Now mother-in-law, now you are following them to mother's union meeting. You want to be a good daughter-in-law. You will lose your value.
Okay.
And also maintain oneness with your spouse. Agree with them. Make sure that is the only win you are going to have. The moment you are at one front where you are one team, any other forces cannot come to split you.
Yes.
And I don't believe in-laws can be a problem if you two are one.
Okay.
You must just remain bonded and one. Even if you are moving there, if you are offended with your partner, don't show it before them. Correct them in private space, and when you come out, let it look like you guys are together.
You're okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I like that. So but when your mother-in-law tells you, oh, nipeleke chama, how much interaction? Hiyo si iko sawa?
Hiyo iko sawa.
But usijitolee. Mama mnaenda wapi leo? Nasa kwa escort. Baadaye napelekanga hata mama yangu nampelekanga machi. We can go with you. Then wakienda katika someone pray. Father, in the name of you are the first to pray. You are the one who wants to pambio wende wa kwanza. You want to show them that.
So like taking it easy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Sam, how do you deal also with in-laws who you and your husband or wife have already discussed before? Ule anakuanga hivi, ule anakuanga hivi. Now we are here, we are seated together. How are you supposed to handle such situations?
I think there's something better to say. Information is power. If you've informed me about an in-law and their negative traits, don't just tell me about the negativity. Also tell me how to approach them.
Okay.
Because if you tell me this guy anakuanga na hasira, so there's a way you guys approach him. So definitely give me tips on how to approach them.
Yeah.
Mamangu anakuanga hivi, mamangu anaongeanga hivi. So niambie pia usifanye hivi, like what Salano is saying, usijichoche kutaka. You want to go for the chama, you actually even want to contribute for her, and things like those. Yeah. As much as you've received information is to help you to navigate. Yeah. Because if you've just got information, many people have seen, they get the information to avoid. But they don't get information to build. Okay, because every information you're given about your in-laws, are, unless now there's sourness in terms of the relationship between now your wife or your spouse and her family. That is where the problem comes in. But if you inform me that my bro is like this, my mom is like this, my dad is like this, you are informing me to help me to build a relationship. Okay. So the information is supposed to build, not supposed to just, mama yangu, anakuanga na hasira. So, but kama kona hasira, also show me how to approach her in her hasira. Okay. Because I might have been brought to your family as a solution to her hasira.
Oh yeah, that's, it could be dangerous, guys.
Because I've seen that. I've seen families where an in-law goes to meet the mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law usually, everyone knows this woman is just chaotic. The whole homestead knows her. But now when this girl comes and you're married or your wife and you're relating, everyone sees a different side of your mother, because they're like, ay, mamaka kwangi hivi. Huyu bibi yako ulimleta, amemsaidia. So the information you give me, for example, in our first year of marriage, my wife would tell me, you know, these my cousins are usually like this. These my whatevers are like, my aunties are like this. And for me, I didn't use it as a point to attack them or a point to avoid them. I use them as points to help me build relationships with them. For example, as much as her mom was good, there are certain values that her mom was really against, that you can't go, you know. So I used those information to continually build my relationship with my mother-in-law, and it was so beautiful, to the point even her friends liked me, because they're like, hey, enyewe hapa, you found a good son. Because but me, I was making notes, and the notes I was making in school, unajua ukipatiwa information, unajuanga the end goal is I'm doing medicine, and as I'm doing medicine, this information is to build my medical practice. So this information you're giving me, let me use them to build my relationship with my in-law. So this there's this let me call it foolishness that people use, that Salano is my brother-in-law. So the wife comes and tells Salano about me, the brother-in-law, and the bad things that I do, you know, blah blah blah. For example, maybe I'm a drunkard. God forbid, I can't be a drunkard. So he comes and tells her, you know, Sam is usually a drunkard. He's a drunkard. He drinks so much. Na napenda kuomba. So Salano should use that information to come and find out, okay, why does this guy drink? Maybe he drinks because he's neglected by people. Maybe he drinks because people reject him. Maybe he drinks because he doesn't feel the love. So what would he do when it comes to our family? Be his friend. Be his close confidant. And in the process, you find that your presence in our family becomes more beneficial than it's just, you know, tukapatana. So information that you receive from your spouse, never use them as weapons. Use them as platforms to build.
Nice. I like that. Salano, what about going to families, and especially during this time, going to families that are already fighting, that are already feuding? First of all, should you even go? Ukisikia ushago, kuna wale uncles wanakuja na hawapendani na this side. Should you even go? And if you go, how should you handle that situation? Not being in the mix, but also, I don't know, being part of the solution, or should you keep away completely?
I think that way to approach this, if I know that our home is now chaotic this December, number one is to avoid that. Because I said...
If you know your home.
Yes.
So you avoid it, but not going.
Because I know, as I said, I'm building my family. I'm not there to please these people. And then also, we are doing many things just to please, to fit in. I want to be part of this family. But now I know my family has been always peaceful, and now I'm going into war. Even you, umejua ati inja kuna jam. So to avoid ende nje ingine. Yes, so why do you go and say, me, I'll just go and face it and see how I'll... No, tell your wife, I think right now, this festive season, there's that brewing of bosa in our village. In our home, indeed, the order of the day. So sio time ya kwenda home. For the sake of the peace of our marriage.
Honest.
Tusiende nyumbani saa hizi. But also, if you have to go, also protect that peace at home. Yeah, try to avoid, mwambie kama tumekuja hapa hivi, avoid meeting those people. Avoid, just do your thing. Also, my role there is to protect her from that. So if I hear there is anybody, including my wife, I'll come out and tell them, my friend, this is my wife I married. There is someone who's coming to question her or tell her to do what she's not supposed to be doing. So let them know that these people are coming home, but hawa wanakujanga kama wamejipanga, hawa salamu siendenge bibi yake. Pia bibi yake wanamjua. Even me right now, they know they can't just come and control my wife like that.
Very lazy.
They know she's strict, and then also I'll defend her. Yeah, so let them know that this watu wanakuanga hivi sio kuenda na mkono moja. So if you are going there, be ready to protect her or don't go at all.
Or don't go at all.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that, especially being the person that you are internally, the pacifier, the peace bringer? Do you encourage people to go and not meddle, but get inside, issues to do with what is happening at, say, your husband's house?
Yeah,
and what should you? Should you walk out when they start fighting? Should you, how should you handle those situations?
If it happens that now you are there, maybe they are fighting or there are fights or there are conflicts, I think what you should do mostly is to observe, okay? You don't have to do anything. Just let them fight as you watch.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
You just sit there and
yes,
watch
you wait. You are a visitor. I'm a guest. I'll wait. I'll set boundaries. Then I'll come later when given time to speak. Then I'll say something that I think maybe can help them. But when they are in the middle of war, I'll just set myself aside with the children, or I let them have the arguments or exchanges. Then I'll come back when I'm given time. But there, I always speak only when I'm given time. I don't struggle to.
Okay.
Then another thing, that can help you is avoid triangulation. Triangulation is whereby somebody comes to vent to you. Okay? My sister, sasa unaona huyu bro mdogo amenifanyia hivi. You are a daughter-in-law there, so they want you to start. That is they're dumping on you emotionally. This triangulation is whereby there are conflicts and you are in the middle. Or also it could be in a scenario whereby they are fighting, they are bringing to you, or you are going to vent to one of them. This your sister is doing this to me. So it's a lot of this. So you would rather avoid that. Okay? Take time, observe. Why are they? First, you must understand their behavior or action could be telling something about that family dynamics or something about their character. You study the roles of children in that family. If it is a nuclear family, for example, who is the scapegoat, who is the black sheep, who is the golden child, and how is their relationship? Has there been healing, or the healing is still ongoing? So those are the things that you have to observe. And if it is the external family, also you have to observe and know this auntie, is he really the person I was told or that? Then after that, you'll make your judgment, and now you know how to handle them.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, as we begin to wind up, Pastor, I'd like to hear from you. The people who are watching and they're like, okay, fine, what steps should I take right now to make sure that Easter is better for my family and for the in-laws?
As I said earlier, relationships are nurtured. And if you're able to, the word relationship has two words. There's relate and a ship. A ship is a cargo carrier, and this cargo that I'm coming, this family that I'm coming in, there are things they carry. How willing am I to relate with whatever they are carrying? If it's negative things, how willing am I to either compromise or build whatever they are carrying? For example, if you find a family that they're ever fighting, there are those families, they are ever fighting. And you wonder, kwani huyu bwana yangu, alizaliwa kwa familia ingine kwa sababu sija. But now every time you go visit, for example, for the holidays, Easter is coming, and they're always fighting. So how willing are you in terms of either compromise to join them in whatever they're doing, or be the building force that will come and bring light to the darkness that is in the family? For example, there are families that fathers don't love their children, or fathers don't take care of their children. I've always told my wife, I want to be the example that all our families emulate. If there are things in marriages, in all these marriages, whether they are old marriages or young marriages, let me be the example. And we've seen a lot of change in terms of people viewing us as examples of this is how marriage is supposed to look like. And we are not pretending. As we love each other genuinely. There's even a time, let me just tell you, we were at her place, and a few people, let me not say who because they might be watching, a few people gathered together and wanted to separate us in terms of, we were too close. We were loving each other too much. Yes, so they came to me. So they came to tell me, here we are not so close. You are in your in-laws, so please don't hold your wife's hand. Don't walk around with. Let her relate with other people. And because I was an in-law, I decided to comply. No, I complied. And later on, a friend of mine who we had gone with, it was during her father's funeral. She came and told me, hey, Sam, what you're doing is evil. It is wicked. This is your wife. This is your wife. Please make sure you be the example they need to see. Because if these people are jealous of what you are actually doing, because when they look at you, they see success. Yet in their own marriages, they don't have that success. So they will always fight your success. So one of the things I have endeavored to do as a couple, we've endeavored to do as a couple in our family, is to ensure that our marriage becomes an example. So when we go there to visit the in-laws, they love what they see. If she comes to my place, they're always looking at her and they're telling me, you found a good wife. Because she's so calm, she's so intelligent, she's always happy, she's like Beryl.
Very bubbly.
Very bubbly, very nice, she's very caring. And all the ladies in my family who didn't have that caring aspect have emulated her actually. Because every time they see her, they say, hey, we love how you care about your children, how you care about our own children. So I've seen a lot of change, even including my in-laws in terms of the wives of my brothers.
They're improving.
They're very, very improving. So for me, it's been a journey where you go be the light. Be the light, be the example. Let them emulate what they can emulate.
And hold that hand.
And hold
that hand.
Nowadays I hold it very tightly.
You hold it tightly. Salano, do you hold Beryl's hand, Rama?
Yes, we hold.
You hold the ukweli. All right, so as we wind up, Salano, tuonyeshe vitabu and how we can get help. Kama hii jatosha, there are actually books. And the thing I love about the books, si zile mzito. Honestly, hii kama ukika kwa traffic, by the time umefika nyumbani umepata suluhisho la mapenzi nyumbani.
Kabisa. Size yuko home. You're at home and there's a lot of in-laws disturbing you until you feel like your marriage is losing taste. Sacred intimacy will help you to solve that problem. And then also, when during this period of Christmas, there's a lot of issue of solving conflicts in your marriage. Kelele, kelele, kelele. How do you solve? We have a book called Conflict Management that will help you to solve your issues. Okay, it's this camera. And then we have a book that is called Bridging the Distance. Bibi bwana amesema after this Christmas anakuacha nyumbani arudi Nairobi. How will you make your love to remain sparkling? This book will help you also in that.
Salano, can you bridge the distance?
Yes, you can bridge the distance because those after wameachana hivyo story imeisha, you begin anaanza kutafuta mwingine huku. But now we want, as much as you are far away from each other, you can still be intimate. You can still be, communication can be improved. So how do you do that? This book will help you. And then we have for those who are dating, are in courtship, unapelekwa nyumbani this December to you see your in-laws. This will help you know how and what to do and what to avoid. Are very good for those who are dating and in courtship. Healing after infidelity. You've been heartbroken. Usemi sirudi na huko tena.
Ipatione pale archives.
Kila mtu apewe. It's the best seller now.
It's the best seller.
Kila mtu anataka kopia healing after infidelity. Na watu wanapona. So before you get another relationship, heal first. So to get these books, you can get us on 0716 876169 or 0728 794 307.
I think healing after mimi msianze kusema uko 10 things you don't know about Betty. But I think this one and the sacred intimacy.
Yes.
These ones I think honestly hizi ndo zitasaidia watu.
Kabisa, zinasaidia watu sana. Those two
So honestly you can get these books like he mentioned. Also we'll post them online. Kama hujapata number, at least get to know. It's ni kama zile za 32 pages, unakumbuka zile za
kadogo tu, si story mingi ushajua.
It actually helps. Thank you so much guys. Thank you so much for coming. And of course, thank you, the audience. Obviously, we appreciate you watching the show tonight. Continue having a great time with your family. Umesikia kama ni in-laws, usijipeleke, nataka kuomba, nafanya hizi vitu zote. But of course, wishing you a lot of blessings, and wishing you guys well as you continue to enjoy this season of happiness and cheer. Be well and be kind to one another. Thank you so much for watching. Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?